You're good.
All right, we are back with take two at Hoagie's Garage. As always, going to run through the sponsors real fast. Morning Sun Marketplace out in Thomasville, Pennsylvania with Rick and Sue Fritz. Biggest flea market, whatever you want to call it, I've ever been to. If you can't find it there, you probably don't need it real bad. Hawk Wings up in Jackson, Minnesota. They'll build you a wing for anything you're racing. My Race Pass, if you don't have My Race Pass, you are, I don't know if I want to call you not a diehard fan. Let's go that route. You're a fan, but not a diehard. You need to get My Race Pass. Kaiser Wheels down here in Alton, Iowa. Be Wiser by Kaiser. Kudum Auto Sales over in Inwood, Iowa. R&K Insulation, also over in Inwood, Iowa. Huset Speedway, which we're going to learn a lot about right now because Mother's Day is right around the corner. Fulkins Brothers Trucking. Always want to thank them guys for what they do for us, for what they do for racing in general. And, of course, they do haul livestock throughout the country, so give Trim a call. Start to finish. S2F streaming service. Look at here, bud. I found my picture I couldn't find last week. Quickly. They do Lake Liddell Speedway, Lake Ozark Speedway, the Now 600. It's a national open wheel series. Port City, Revival Dirt, Late Models, Power Eye, Buckley Outlaw Sprint Series, Power Eye, Fast Sprint Car Series, Karts at Heart of Oklahoma Raceway is part of what they cover. So
Awesome.
You can watch a lot of racing with S2F. And then, of course, Hero Haven with the Hero of the Night at Huset's, and now also Knoxville, the way it sounds.
Yep.
Always want to thank them guys for what they do. And Lumber Lounge and Garage, bench racing with Shane and Snow. I missed the show yesterday. Still haven't listened to it, but I will get to it because I'm pretty sure it's probably a good one again. So back to you, bud.
Hey, it's Hoagie's Garage, and we're lucky enough to have Doug Johnson with Huset Speedway and Jackson Motorplex on our show. How you doing, Doug?
I'm doing great. Just out trying to get some work done here on a gorgeous Wednesday afternoon, and yeah, we got a lot going on. So the season's coming fast, and we got plenty of work to do before then.
I'm sure your job is never ending. Is that the right way to put it?
Yeah, actually, I've been telling a lot of people that the 30 days leading up to opening day is probably the most hectic time of the whole season. I really look forward to once race season starts. My job is, I wouldn't say easy, but it's a lot easier than it is right now. A lot less hectic, put it that way.
Yeah.
I'll take race day over any week leading up to opening day or a big event. That's way more taxing than actual race day for me.
Yeah.
Well, just so you can relax a little bit, Doug, I got a 50-50 shot at being there on Memorial Day now to push. So if that helps you relax at all.
I'm sure that's a big weight off your shoulders.
Yep, I think I'm going to sleep well tonight now.
Well, I do what I can. I do what I can.
Oh, but Mother's Day is right around the corner. How are things looking for the year? I don't know if you just want to give us a rundown or what you want to do for the schedule, but maybe start at Huset's and then at Jackson.
Yeah, I think things are looking really well. We're excited to get the season started. I think our car counts are going to be, really strong. Excuse me, especially to start the season here at Huset's. Talked to a lot of different race teams that are planning on racing with us. And, one thing with our schedule, obviously Mother's Day, our traditional Mother's Day openers is just a couple weeks away. A couple of things we're doing different this year is we're running some of our bigger events early in the season. And the first one being the Fulkins Brothers Bull Haulers Brawl. I've talked to John and Steve about that race for the last few years, and it's always kind of been towards the end of the year. But this year we're moving that up in the schedule. It's going to be the second week of racing here at Huset's on Sunday, May 17th, paying $10,000 to win. And, for the 410 cars. And then we come back the following week with Memorial Day Sunday. We've got the World of Outlaws coming in for $20,000 to win. So we've kind of moved our schedule around a little bit, added a few more outlaw shows, and making some of our early season events, bigger paying races. It's kind of nice for those guys that are getting started to have a bigger payday and typically at the end of the season, everybody seems to be racing for bigger money then. So we try to spread it out and And, with talking with John and Steve, that was one of their goals, was to do that and try and get more cars. We typically see larger car counts beginning of the year. So,
well, nobody's out of parts and motors and stuff right away in the year.
Hopefully not. Hopefully not.
By the end of the year, you're having a bad season, things, then they're short on this or that. It's a racing thing, so that's just the way it is. But
exactly.
So I think the Outlaws are 8 times they're at Huset's this year?
Yeah, 8 different times. Then we come back. We got a few Sunday night events before the High Bank Nationals kick off in mid-June on the 17th of June. And we got 4 nights of the Outlaws there. June 17th through the 20th. This year, paying $300,000 to win on Saturday night. So again, the format's going to be the same for that event as it was last year. It's going to be 2 separate events, really. So Wednesday night qualifies for Thursday night, which is $150,000 to win, and then we completely reset the field, and Friday night qualifies everybody for Saturday night. So format's going to be real similar. We're changing the point structure and set up a little bit, but the average fan probably won't even notice that. So it's just a little bit different point structure. So we're going to be real similar to what the guys race, all 4 days during the Knoxville Nationals. We're pretty much, using their same point system that they do during the Knoxville Nationals for each of those 2 separate shows. So,
you bet. That sounds great. What besides 410s, and are you having anybody else new coming to Huset's this year?
The only thing that we will have new is we're going to have on Sunday, August 23rd. Is going to be our USRA hobby stocks and USRA hobbies and stock cars that we've never ran at Huset's before. So we're doing that in conjunction with the 4 shows that we have at Jackson on Thursday nights. It's going to be a kind of a combined points between those 5 races total. So there's going to be 4 classes racing all those different nights. It's going to be Race Saver Sprint Cars, our late model street stocks, and then the USRA hobbies and stock cars. So those 4 classes will race 4 nights at Jackson throughout the summer, and then the final points night for that will be on Sunday, August 23rd, to kind of cap that off. But other than that, it's, our MSTS 410s will be here, obviously, I think 3 or 4 times. The MSTS Race Saver Sprint Cars will be here, I think, 3, if not 4 times. But we've kind of gone back to what really works at Huset's, and that's sprint cars and late model street stocks. And like I said, we tried the Lucas Oil late models for 3 years, and it was just so tough to get a crowd. There's just there's not many super late models in this area, other than Blair Norduff and the few of those guys.
Yeah.
There's just not many in the area, so it's tough to draw fans for that type of an event when you're paying a $350,000 purse. It makes it really tough. So, we've typically seen that, fans will definitely come and support, wing sprint cars here at Huset's. So that's kind of what we're going back to with our bread and butter, and, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Well, why not stick with what works?
Yeah.
I mean, you need to get fans in the seats. There's no other way around it, right?
Absolutely. That's what pays the bills. If we don't have fans in the seats, the gates probably aren't going to stay open, and so that's what we're looking at doing. With I think we've got a total of 19 nights, and the 410s are going to be here 18 of those 19 nights. So that's kind of what our schedule is going to consist of. And then then we wrap the season up Labor Day weekend with a 3-day World of Outlaws again. I was wrong, because we are bringing something different back that we haven't had here for a while. So that Saturday night of Labor Day weekend, we're actually bringing the Gopher Midget Series in as well, and that will be the support class for the Saturday night on September 5th, I believe it is. So looking forward to working with them guys and trying to build that event. If you can remember back when the USAC midgets were here, those guys put on a phenomenal show.
Unbelievable.
It was amazing.
Midgets race so well on this racetrack, and so really looking forward to bringing them guys here. Hopefully we can get a decent field of cars and try and grow that event for that group as well. And yeah, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, our season wraps up with a 25,000 to win World Outlaw show on the Sunday of Labor Day weekend, and that'll be our season here at Huset's.
Yeah, that
Sounds like a lot of fun to me.
Let's go. Let's start today. It's warm enough today.
Too damn
For
windy
sure.
today.
What about Jackson? What do y'all got going on at Jackson?
So we've added some more shows at Jackson. We got a total of 9 shows, and like I alluded to earlier, 4 of them are going to be on Thursday nights, and there's 2 in June and 2 in July, and those classes are going to be late model street stocks, race saver sprint cars, USRA hobbies, and USRA stock cars. So just looking at doing something a little bit different, and given, especially the race savers, those are all going to be MSTS points races. So it gives those guys a chance to race, a little bit more on a Thursday night. And, then we've got 5 other 410 and race saver shows over there as well. We've got MSTS show on Thursday, July 2nd, which is in conjunction with Rock Rapids the night after. And then we got my dad's memorial race on July 31st, which will be a 10,000 win 410 show. Then we got the Outlaws there on Saturday, August 22nd. And then we wrap up the season at Jackson with a 2-day Jackson Nationals, which will be IRA and MSTS 410s along with the MSTS race savers. So yeah, we really got 5 410 shows and 4 race saver shows along with USA cars and late model street stocks.
Now, you brought the IRAs in last year also. How'd that all work for you?
It went well if we would have had decent weather.
Yeah.
I mean, the weather was absolutely terrible. We rained out on Friday night, and it was cloudy and dreary on Saturday, and I think we ended up with 33 or 34 410s. But, I was honestly expecting close to 42 to 45, but I know the weather kept some North Dakota cars away, and it's so tough to travel now. If you're probably not going to race 1, if not 2 of the nights you're looking at going with fuel costs and everything. So that definitely hurt our car counts, but it was great racing. I mean, Austin McCarl pretty much had the race won and blew a tire, I think, on the last lap,
Yep.
and Ryan Timms went by him. But the racing was fantastic for what we had.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds to me, too, with the Jackson schedule, that I'm going to take some Fridays off. If we go up on Thursday night, that makes work a bugger on Fridays. I guess I'm going to take a few more days off.
You just need to retire, Tobe.
I'd love to, bud. I'd love to. So, there have been a few changes at Huset's. I know you hauled in several loads of dirt, but
Yeah, we did. We brought in 125 side dumps of black dirt last fall, and I know Taylor and the boys have been working on that, and you're going to see a little bit more banking, I think, to Houston Speedway than what we've seen in the past. I mean, looking out here right now, I'm sitting in the office in turn 1, and you don't see nearly the amount of concrete wall that you used to see. So
okay.
I think that's going to be a good thing. I think it's going to provide for more side-by-side racing, more exciting racing. So they still got a lot of work to do on this dirt, but I'm convinced that by or before Mother's Day we'll have it completely ready to go. So
What you're saying, if I park in the corner with the push truck
You
to
might
find a
start
car,
sliding.
the wife's going to slide down and sit next to me?
very easily, you might have her on your lap.
There we go.
He's helping you out, Tobe.
Attaboy. Thanks, Doug.
I don't want to know where you got the dirt from, but was it somewhat local?
Yes, it was. It was just north of. It was between here and Garrettson is actually where we got the dirt from. So it was really close by, and we were fortunate enough where we didn't have to. We had some offers from some people down by Knoxville, to help get some dirt from down there, but the cost of hauling from down there is pretty expensive. So, but no, we found it locally, just a few miles to the north of us.
So did you dig any out, or did you all fresh?
It's all fresh. We did not dig any out because we were getting so low, and even like on the front stretch, there was places where you could see the bottom of the footings of the concrete wall. That's how low it was getting.
Yeah.
So it was it was definitely needed, in addition to what we had. So.
Well, them damn race car drivers, they like to go fast, and then they throw mud up in the stands and over the fence, and they don't seem to care about that.
Yeah, we've talked about that a lot. I think we're pretty confident that we would lose at least a truckload of dirt a night. Just looking around the parking lots and even in our stands and
turn one windows.
Yeah,
for sure, for sure.
And concessions.
Yeah, we got new concessions this year. We're really excited about that. We've been working with Nick and Ayla at Checkered Flag Concessions. They run the Knoxville concessions. They have for the last 9 years. They do a great job down there. I mean, their food is phenomenal. It's reasonably priced, and they're huge race fans. That's so key. And they love what they do. They've been out here all week this week getting stuff cleaned up. They just left a little bit ago because they got to head back to Knoxville to get ready for a World Outlaw event this weekend, and then they're coming back next week to be. And like Nick told me, he goes, "We'll be ready to go by next week." So they're excited. Bringing to Houston spicy chicken bites and pork tenderloins, just like they have at Knoxville. I think the fans are going to be in for a treat, and they're going to offer some variety of different stuff at different concessions, and just looking forward to working with them and just kind of taking over our concessions for us here at Houston this year. So really excited about it.
So now, am I getting that variety in the infield, or do I have to get there just a little bit earlier and walk up, get food first, and then go back down to my pickup?
Oh no, you're gonna have variety in the infield too.
Okay.
And come the bigger races, we've been talking, and we're gonna have a lot more options and accessibility for people in the infield too. So we're gonna have. We're looking at having concessions out back and in the infield, like for all of our World of Outlaw events. And one thing that they've been talking about doing is that has been really successful at Knoxville is fresh squeezed lemonade. And we got a plan in place for that. That's probably going to happen for all the Outlaw shows, especially when the weather really heats up. It's phenomenal. I had some last year at Knoxville, and you can't go wrong. It's really, really good.
I believe I had a cup of that last year too, because she was up there.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
I wasn't at Knoxville last year.
No, you missed out again, bud.
No, I had a
and you
had a grandson.
You can't go wrong with an Iowa staple like a pork tenderloin either.
Yeah, they're pretty solid. So
there was a gentleman called himself the Iowa Gallivant that I followed on YouTube, whatever. Went to every county, went to 99 counties in Iowa to get a pork tenderloin. To get a good one. And he'd put a little video out on each one so you knew where to go if you wanted to eat a pork tenderloin. And some of them, he'd hold them up and you couldn't even see his head. Damn things are so big. I don't need one like that. So tell him we don't need one like that, Doug. I just need one that, I can cut it in half and share it with my wife, but I don't.
Yeah, just a little bit bigger in the bun, just not much.
Yep.
Be perfect.
Yep.
Anything else new going to be happening at Houston or at Jackson?
Not really. We're changing our format a little bit for the 410 cars this year. I've talked to John McCoy and Jason at Knoxville a ton over the winter about, trying to come up with a format that the fans understand. And I think that's been our biggest challenge. And I think both of our formats are going to be a little bit different than each other's, but it's going to be real similar. We're getting away with the combined points from the qualifying in the heat races, and we're actually our format is going to be almost identical to what the ASCS 360s run. We're still going to qualify by the heat races, and then it's going to be the fastest qualifier is going to be starting fourth, and then the heat race winner and the fastest qualifier that transfer are going to make the redraw. So it's a similar format to them. High Limit is pretty close to that as well. So I just think that for fans, especially to get new fans into the sport, if they come and they don't understand how the cars are lined up, I think they can lose interest real fast. And that's what we've kind of talked about at a bunch of promoters meetings throughout the winter is, how do we help these new fans understand what we're doing. You can have, I mean, we got probably one of the best announcers in the country and can explain it to a T, but there's still that race fan that doesn't understand, you know, how we lined the cars up last year. And so what we're trying to do is just to make it fair for the drivers and make it understandable for the new race fans that are coming in. So, like I said, it's going to change a little bit, but not a lot. We're still going with the Royal River Casino redraw every night, and to get kids involved. And, you know, at the end of the night, our goal, again, is to be done by 10 o'clock. So that's going to be key to keep the show moving. And other than that, there's just not a whole lot new other than, like I said, the dirt, the concessions, and everything else is still going to be pretty similar to what the average fans have seen at Huset's.
Yeah.
Did have one comment. Somebody wanted to know if by chance there's going to be new bathrooms with running water in the infield or anything. We used to have them back in the day.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's not.
No, there's been no building has been built in the infield.
Nope.
So I will say, to be honest with you, I don't know if we'll do that, because eventually I think the long-term plan is to pit everybody outside. So
Okay.
I don't know if having that, you know, so we're not going to go spend the money for a building when we might not even have cars pitting in the infield,
Sure.
Yeah.
say 3 years from now. So
If you
that's
did,
kind of-
if you did anything, you'd have showers or something in the outfield for the drivers after the race instead of inside.
Exactly, and that's one thing we've been looking at is doing the shower and restroom building for our campground out there. Which, you know, if the location would be key, because then we could, you know, the drivers could use it, the campers that are camping there can use it,
Sure.
so make it more of a multi-purpose type building. But you know, there's just a lot going on right now. We are actually taking some more trees out to add some more camping back there and bring in more dirt for that back campground. But you know, it all just takes time and you know, you don't want to do something and then have to say, well, shit, we did that wrong. We have to move that building. It's not that easy to do. So
Yeah.
that's why we're looking at making sure it's done right the first time, and go from there.
Build the shower restrooms haul in half a dozen loads of dirt, put them on little mounds, so you got to walk up a ramp just in case Mother Nature ain't friendly again someday.
Yeah, sure.
Two important questions that I got. How's Caleb today? Is he all right? I'm assuming.
Yeah, he's a little banged up. He hit his knee pretty hard last night when he came down on the frame, and I know he was icing his knee today because that swelled up pretty good on him on the way home last night, he said. But yeah, it was just one of those deals where the red came out, and he heard the yellow on the radio, and he got slowed down, and Brett Marks, I think, was in front of him and slowed down faster, and
Yep.
he had nowhere to go. So it's
Yep, just a crappy racing deal, you can say.
yeah.
I saw he
Yeah.
was limping, so I figured it was either knee or ankle.
Yeah.
Okay, and then quite possibly the most important question of the night. Do we still have an after show job, or did we get fired?
You didn't get fired. Nobody gets fired unless you really do something wrong. You got to do something really bad to get fired. But no, we're still planning on doing the last call. I'm still working on a sponsor for you guys, but we're going to do it regardless. So I think we've, you know, from what we've done and seen the numbers the last couple of years, it's been super positive, and we definitely want to continue doing that.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
well,
awesome.
There we go. Now we got to show up, bud.
I think we're going to show up anyhow.
Well, probably.
Maybe just real quick, Hero Haven, with, you know, out of Brandon there doing the Hero of the Night. Huset's has been so great doing that. I think that's been really popular.
It for sure. From what we've seen too, I've had several emails from different people, you know, asking how they can get to be, you know, selected as the Hero Haven of the Night. So it's definitely a popular deal, and we thank those guys for doing it, and you guys for helping out, getting involved in this too. It's been huge. It's part of our program, you know, that everybody kind of just, you know, looks forward to on opening ceremonies every night. It's a really cool deal, and you know, we're really excited to continue that for this year, and can't wait to see who we can bring in this year. And there's some really, really iconic and I would say legendary people that they find and bring in for this. That you know, the average person doesn't know their history or their background, and for what they've done for us in this country is
Yeah.
really amazing. So we appreciate that very much.
Well,
And then
Jerry Botts was one of them, and he grew up in Leicester, or 1 mile outside of Leicester, but his business was in Leicester, so I've known him my whole life. And I had no idea he still had a bullet in his I believe somewhere in his head, behind his eye or something. I never knew that. I mean, it was listening to what Sean was reading off. I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. So,
Yeah.
And then it just looks plain cool too, because then Jay lines up all his people behind with the flags, and it's just it's a neat way it's presented too. I like it.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's kind of just become part of our tradition in opening ceremonies, and that along with the national anthem singer, that's one thing that I've worked really hard on trying to. I just think going to an event, to have a national anthem singer do it live adds much to the program. I know I'll be the first to admit I struggle to find people to do it at Jackson, but out here I've had our every night filled for national anthem singers, I bet, for 2 months already. Just the demand of people that want to sing and do that is, I think that just adds so much to the program as well. And we thank all the people that end up doing it, because it's, I certainly wouldn't want to get up in front of people and sing the national anthem, but we got some great individuals that do it for us, throughout the entire summer. And again, we're very thankful for those people.
And as you know, Doug, I'm terrible at names, but the lottery guy, in our area, he's been labeled as QuickTime. He's so awesome. We all love it. So it's just great. So
yeah, and sorry, he will be back doing it this year as well. So
yep, absolutely.
Doug remembers things.
Yeah,
I'm hoping you had notes to remember all these dates and everything, though, because if you remembered everything you told us without looking at a note, you're making us look really bad.
I did, but you know what? I was outside, had a note because I wanted to make sure I covered everything to talk to you guys, and the dang thing blew away as I was walking into the office.
It is a little windy today.
It is drafty.
Yeah, I had it with some other stuff, and it's like, oh shit, that just blew away. But that's all right.
There's no reason to run after it because the wind is way faster than your legs, Doug.
Yeah, somebody might find it in Watertown here later tonight.
That's the truth. Brookings for sure.
Oh.
Well, we really appreciate you coming on, Doug, and we are super looking forward to Mother's Day. You'll be busy, but we might wave as we walk by if we see you, but you'll have plenty of things going on that night, I'm sure. So.
Yeah, one thing I want to mention real quick that we did last year is that this year that fans will also have an opportunity to purchase discounted tickets at the Quick Stars in our immediate area, Brandon, Sioux Falls. So they all have our tickets now. So if you're looking for discounted tickets, you can purchase them at I think 5 or 6 different Quick Star locations in Brandon and the east side of Sioux Falls. So great opportunity to save some money on tickets and for all of our weekly events, and just encourage fans to do that.
What is the cost to get in this year, Doug?
This year, the cost at the gate will be $23, but if you purchase in advance, it will be $20 if you purchase before you get to the box office.
Which makes it way easier.
Got some discounts, and I know there's a bunch of radio stations that we're working with that are doing some stuff like that too. So, and fans can still buy season tickets. Season tickets are still available online, so you can save quite a bit of money by purchasing season tickets. You can either do it for the entire season, which includes all the Outlaw shows, or just the regular Sunday night events. So there's 2 options to do that as well.
Do you know what the tickets are at the Quick Star?
They are $12.
Oh my gosh. So you can just go to a Quick Star and buy.
Yeah, I think the limit is 6 per purchase, but yeah, you can go buy advanced tickets. You can buy them there, and then you can use them for any of the Sunday night events. They're not good for Outlaw shows, but they're good for Sunday night events. So.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely awesome.
Yep.
That's great. And is there a cutoff? You still do kids 12 and under free, or what's the price there?
Absolutely. Kids 12 and under are still free for all of our Sunday night weekly events. And yeah, we're really focused this year on doing more stuff with our fan engagement team for the kids and working with the Brandon Pizza Ranch. They're going to have some really cool promotions for our kids club this year as well. So we encourage everybody that has young kids that are 12 and under to bring them on out to get them involved in racing. And like I said, they'll get in free for all the Sunday night weekly events.
It's not much better than free. I mean, you know, if mom and dad got to go, whatever, and pay, they could go get tickets for $12.
Yep.
And then their kids are free. So, and then they can go spend it all at the
Checker Flag
concessions. There you go.
And merch.
Absolutely. Go buy tenderloin and spicy chicken bites.
There you go. Sounds like a plan to me.
All right. Well, Doug, we really appreciate your time, and we're so looking forward to it. We can hardly wait.
Yes, it's just a few weeks away, and encourage everybody to come on out. Mother's Day, we're looking forward to a big opening night with 3 classes of cars again, and a lot of racing coming up here in the next month or so. That some big money races too. So make sure everybody comes out and enjoys a great night of racing.
And the guy we have on next, Ryan Timms, I think is running for points again at Huset's.
That's what his car owner told me. So
Well, that
he
would
might
be
have
the
some
one to
decisions.
believe.
He might have some decisions to make after leading the high limit midweeks deal
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
So
we're going to ask him about that. I made a note on that earlier.
Yeah, that's kind of
that'll-
crazy.
That'll be interesting, but good for him. We're excited and looking forward to having Shane and Ryan back with us this year. And I think our field of 410s is going to be really strong.
Yeah.
It's just going to be a blast.
Yes.
That's all I can say.
Higher banking, more passing, more. Let's go. All right.
Thanks a ton, Doug, for giving us some of your time.
You bet. Thank you guys and appreciate everything you do.
All right. We'll
thank
see
you.
you.
Yeah. Got to give a quick shout out to EJ before you hit the button over
Thanks,
there. bud.
Doug.
You bet. Thank you.
All right. See ya.
See ya.
EJ's listening again, so you want to know what's up? Podcasts are what's up.